Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, brothers and sisters. Welcome once again to the Abundant Way Ministries Tuesday evening Bible study empowerment session series.
Led by Feeding the Ducks.
Coming in on Feeding the Ducks. You know that's my favorite generic intro song that's free.
We still waiting on somebody to create our intro song. We still waiting on it. So come on
with it.
Send the samples.
If music is your gift and you are recording, you do beats, come on, give us something good. Until then, we're going to come in on Feeding the Ducks.
Get us ready for 2027.
2026. You all the way ahead.
I'm scared because we 2 months away from 2026. Oh my God.
2025 is almost done. We are already at the middle of November, just about at the middle of November. And brothers and sisters, I tell you, it has been a roller coaster ride. It never seems like there's enough time to get everything you want to get done. And but in the midst of it all, we give God thanks for bringing us this far.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He didn't have to do it.
But he did. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's still doing
it. You know what? Speaking of Thanksgiving, this November is the Thanksgiving season. And so we're taking this month of November to talk about generosity.
Giving.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you from an empowerment standpoint, giving is like the key of everything. It's like the starting point.
Mm-hmm.
Most people think once you receive, then you give. But in actuality, the order of operations is once you give, then you receive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
there's more to giving than receiving.
Yeah, there's more to giving than it's better to give than to receive.
Thank you.
Right? Better to give than to receive.
That's what I was trying to say.
And there's more meaning behind that than you might hear on the surface.
Yeah. I know I am I'm a giver. I love to give and I love to help people. And I do it not because of the season. Mm-hmm. You know, you have a lot of people now, they take the month of November, December, and that's their giving season because you want to help those that are in need for the holidays.
That's what we call in the theological or religious circles piety. Mm-hmm. You know, you're giving somewhat out of obligation and somewhat out of the need for recognition, and somewhat out of what I'll say a religious obligation and religious recognition, right? Because we want to get recognition from God and from man. Yeah. But giving, it should not be done out of a heart of piety, right? It should just be done out of your heart.
Right. And that's where I get the most fulfillment is when I'm giving, and I give from my heart because, I understand there's a need out there, and I understand people are go through things, and you've got this time of the year it's cold, and you got the homeless out there, and trying to weather the cold, but I don't just do that during November, December. I can do that the whole year round. And that's just me. That's just how I am. That's the way I just like to give, and help those.
You are a giver. You are a giving person. You have a giving spirit, a giving heart. I give, but I count.
And here's the thing.
I'm a counter.
He is a counter. But here's the thing. I don't just give money. I don't. I'm very cautious with that, with giving just money. But if I can help you in some way, I give, because giving is not just all about money. No. It's your time. It's your talents. Whatever I can do to help you in whatever capacity you need it in. That's what I do. It's not just all about money. You count, yes, you do, and I appreciate that, because you're like, no, we're not doing it. But why? Like,
you want to eat next week?
And you do have to be cautious about that, and you do have to recognize when it's time to give of financial giving. You have to recognize that, and you really have to go into prayer about that with God, and God will tell you when it's time to give money, or when it's time to give this way or give that way.
You know what? And I think that's probably where a lot of people run into that roadblock when it comes to giving money, right? Because money is the medium of exchange, right? That's the medium of exchange, right? And so they know that if they give their money away, then they have less to be able to handle the things that they need to handle in their life. Because even the Bible says money answereth all things. Yeah. And in other words, because money is the medium of exchange, it's the one thing that we have that we can exchange for the goods and services that we need to live. And they feel like, I think the roadblock comes in when people feel like, if I give what I have away, then how am I going to survive? How am I going to live? But there is a crazy thing, a spiritual law, an undergirding when it comes to giving. Even if it's money, it's like the more you give, the more you receive. Yeah. You guys have heard the scripture, give and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give unto your bosom. It is like a spiritual law, just like the gravity. What goes up must come down. It's one of those things we can't explain it, but we know it's true. Right. Once you've seen it in action consistently over and over again, you just stop debating it and stop denying it. Jump out of an airplane and see if you want to test the if you want to test the law of gravity. Jump out of an airplane and see how quickly you come to an understanding of how gravity works. Most of us don't really understand it fully. We just know that it is. Again, same is true with giving. Now, again, having a heart of giving means that it's like you just said, it's not all about money. It's about what's in your heart, right? And so when the Bible says it shall be given unto you, it's not like a tit for tat, a one for one. You may be required to give money, because if money answers all things for you, then surely it's answering all things for someone else who's in need, right? So that just may happen to be. But like you said, if you're giving your time, if you're giving your help, and that's where you really have a spiritual gift. You have the gift of helps, and that is really it is a real thing. Look it up in the Bible. It's called the gift of help.
Mm-hmm.
Help,
Mm-hmm.
and people don't recognize that when we talk about spiritual gifts, and we should.
Yeah,
we should do a whole session on spiritual gifts. People think about. People think about healing and speaking in tongues and prophecy.
Yeah.
And then when we say gifts in general, we think of actually talents like singing and acting in the arts. But there is a gift called helps. And whenever somebody needs to do something, you in there helping. If somebody start washing the dishes, you in there helping.
Oh my goodness!
But you want to cut the grass, help.
Yeah, you wouldn't even let me help with. I wasn't cutting the grass. I was just trying to sweep the grass off the patio, and you'd be like, "Don't do that. Don't. I got it. Don't." Couldn't even help that way. I'm like, okay, fine. But that's all a part of servanthood. Servant.
Yeah. Hey, Robin Davis.
Right. I said it right. Being a good servant, right? That's the other part of giving is serving, and when you're a part of the kingdom, you want to serve. You should want to serve. Let me put it that way. So whatever capacity you can serve in. Now he used to fuss me all the time. He's like, "You on this committee? You doing this? You doing that? And you do."
Yeah. You can't do it all.
You can't do it all.
You can't out.
Absolutely, you can't do it all. But the other part that I like about this time of the year, not only is the giving, but it's also reflecting and the gratitude. And you said it. This is, November is the month of thankfulness, Thanksgiving, and you sit back and you think about. Things and where you come from and your situations and it's like it just brings to your forefront your mind. It's like, oh my God, I overcame this and I went through this and this storm. I went through this storm and I came out of this storm and I went through this and you sit back and so you reflect on not only that, but you reflect on where you are and and you look at people that's without or that's lacking, and you look at you like, oh my God.
Right. So you know what? 1 Thessalonians says, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 18 says, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you." That is such an awesome and powerful scripture when he says, "In everything give thanks." And I think, we do take the month of November to reflect on things to be thankful for because of this holiday that we have called Thanksgiving, right? Which is a whole nother thing in and of itself. We commercialize everything in America.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that those of us who are spiritual and have a spiritual mind, heart, eyes, and ears know that we could take this opportunity to really give thanks. Now, it has nothing to do with turkey, right? So we gotta eat. But you know what? When we say in everything, when the Bible says in everything give thanks, I mean, I can think about the smallest things.
Ooh, my goodness.
The smallest things. And it's generally those things that when I'm giving thanks for the small things that God has done that we take for granted, that's when tears start rolling down my face, because it's like, God, you continue to look out for me. You continue to protect us and keep us and cover us in spite of all the things that's going on in the world, right? So when we start complaining about what's not right in our life, I just think about how long those folks have been in war in between Russia and Ukraine, and all the people that have lost their lives, men, women, children, right? And are continuing to lose their lives on both sides of that battle. And here we are, the thing we're worried about is a paycheck, right? Hey, Mahogany, had fun with y'all last year on Thanksgiving. Oh yeah.
We had fun. Last year we were in Miami. We did something different.
We sure did. So, outside of the commercialism of Thanksgiving, we love the turkey, we love the dressing. Yeah. But guess what? When you start thanking God for the little things. Oh my God. And watch when it seems like God smiles when he hears you thank him for the little things, and then his smile is revealed in bigger blessings. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Don't get me to preaching up in here, y'all. I said I wasn't going to do that.
He said he wasn't going to do it. but it's so true. And I feel the same way you do, because when I sit back and I start thinking about things, I mean, I can go back to when I didn't know where my next meal was coming from. I can go back to when I didn't have a car. Car got repossessed and I had to take public transportation to work. But I got on that train, and every morning I thanked him that I was going to a job. Not by the way I wanted to go, but I was going to a job. I thanked him every day on coming home that I was able to come back home, come back to a place to stay. So it's the little, it's like you said, it's the little things. And then when you start to think about it, it's like you just get overwhelmed with joy, because he didn't have to do it. He didn't have to do it, but he showed us.
Listen, and this is how God works. Forgive us, y'all, because actually we going into praise and worship right now.
Telling you.
Listen, I'm looking at my sister on the line and hearing you talking about needing a place to stay. I'm 54 years old now, but I can think back 30 years ago when I was in my 20s and was going through rough patches in my life. And my sister was there. As a matter of fact, even before then, when I was in college and found myself without a place to stay, there was my sister who took me in, and I stayed with her until I found me a place. And then when I went through that rough patch in my life where I had to get out of my own house because the thing was just going bad, there was my sister who had the doors open for me to come on in and stay with her until I got myself together. I mean, I'm thankful for that 30 plus years later.
Absolutely.
And I realized that if it had not been for that thing, she may think it was small. But look, I mean, I'm not in jail. I'm not homeless. I've made it through those patches that could have literally resulted in a totally different outlook for my life. Right. So thank you, Robin. You were there for me when I was a knucklehead. in my teen, 18, 19, 24 years old, 29 years old, 29. Oh my goodness, I was going through stuff. What you talking about? Y'all don't even know. And my sister was there, and just here I am 30 years later saying, thanks.
I'm the same way. My sister not on, but I'm the same way. When I was going through my domestic violence situation, and every time I had a refuge, I had a place that I could go to, and that was my sister. And I would drive 45, 50 minutes to get to her place just so I can have, and she never, here's the thing, she never questioned.
Right.
She never questioned. She never said no. Right. And this is not just one time.
Right.
This is often.
So here's where generosity, the definition of generosity comes in without money, right? So we talked about how you can give without even giving money because people get stuck on that thing. What we just described, how our sisters gave up their homes to us when we needed a place of refuge. That's the best place. That's the best way to say it. A place of refuge. It had nothing to do with money. But you know how much of a generous heart you have to give to allow somebody to come and stay with you. Like even in my mind, I'm thinking, dang, I got enough room in my house, but if somebody come and have to stay, I'm like, dang,
he do,
dang. I'll let them come, but I'll be like, dang.
There's some reserve.
Yeah. And then I have to stop myself and be like, you know what?
Remember when?
That was me. That was me.
Remember when?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, shoot, we got a 5-bedroom now, so we got room if people need to come and lay their head.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say no because God didn't say no when I was in my teens and my 20s and my. I think I was done with it by the time I was 30. Yeah. But generosity, meaning that your heart, you give what is called for. It doesn't have to be money, but when you're able to give without even thinking about the implication on your own life,
right?
That's what we call generosity that comes from the heart.
And it's also when you sit and you think about not only the small things that God does for you, or has done for you, or is doing for you, but sometimes I just sit and I just think about who God is. And I am just thankful that He is, sovereign. He is loving. He is caring. He's the protector. He's a provider. He's all the things that we need all the time. And so I am just so thankful that I'm a part of the family. Right.
Wait a minute, forgive me. I got to go back because now you got me reminiscing and remember, Robin not only gave me a place to stay multiple times, she gave me a whole car. I mean, my car broke down. Here I am trying to make it in Atlanta, and my car broke down, and I had to go all the way to Cleveland. Robin gave me her blazer. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Talk about helping a person get on their feet.
And it's
I'm sorry, Robin.
Thank you, Robin, for helping him. Thank
you. See, I'm telling you, when you start going into praise and worship, God will start bringing things back to your remembrance.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, He'll reveal it to you. Hey, Miss Lily, you got on. Thank you for joining. That's Miss Lily.
Hey, Miss Lily. Miss Lily.
Yes, Miss Lily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
The month of November is really one of my favorite months, right? Because not only is it the giving and the gratitude and you're reminiscing and your heart giving with your heart and things of that nature. I call November the no month. That's how I treat November. I treat November the no month, and I really go into November starts the path to kick off the new year for me. And why I call it the no month? I call it the no month because I treat November as like, this is the month where I'm not going to deal with no negativity, no stress, no worry, take the NO of November. And that's what I kick it off with. So nothing in this month is going to prevent me from going forward, especially when it's time to kick off into the new year. That's what I like.
Look, I had to put this up there. Robin said she loved Miss Lily's hat.
Oh, Miss Lily got bad hair on in the picture.
You got a shout out, Miss Lily. You got a shout out.
She's such a sweetheart.
Listen, we do have something printed out. And
we do.
Look, watch this. What? I said this and didn't even know that was on the paper.
Oh, you didn't.
We thank God for the small things. I never looked.
He trusts us with the great things.
That's how you know we are on point.
The small things, when Robin gave you that truck, right? And I had this little car. I had this little car. I had this little car. I had no car, right? But when you are grateful for what he gave you and grateful for what he took away from you, because apparently it wasn't meant for me to have a car during that season. So he took it away from me. But then I always stayed, and I had it on my vision board that I wanted a truck. I had a specific truck on there, but I wanted a truck. And sure enough, I'm driving a truck today, right? So, but I never complained about the little. What I had some kind of little convertible. Oh, Jay loved that car.
Oh man, I had some little green car. I can't. A Mercury. Huh?
Was that the Pulsar?
No, okay. I was riding this down here.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about when I got down here, and I had to get rid of the Avalanche and go to the auction and buy a car for $1,300 from the auction, and it was a little green Mercury something. I don't even know what kind of car it was, and the kids used to laugh. How do you go down from a big old brand new Avalanche? The Avalanche had just come out too. I was one of the first people that had one, and now you got to drive this little old green machine with the transmission leaking. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
But we think we reminisce on those. We reflect on those times, and we realize how God brought us through in spite of everything. Yeah. And you say, look at where God brought me from.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Generosity, expressing the heart of the grateful heart. We talked about gratitude, but generosity is actually gratitude in motion. You know, write that down. Generosity is gratitude in motion. So we can say thank you, you know, and a lot of times it's lip service. Oh, I thank God for this, and I thank God for that, and I thank this person for that. Thank you for that. And it becomes lip service. But generosity is saying thank you in action, right? So the best way to say thank you to God is actually be generous. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So
and that's, I want to touch on Robin's point. You're right. This time of the season, you know, November, December, that kind of thing is this is a time where people go through grief and depression. You know, it affects them mentally, emotionally, because they may not have a family. They may have lost some loved ones, or they may not have the money to buy Christmas presents and things of that nature. But that's where the giving comes in and the generosity comes in, because you can say, okay, you don't have a family, but you can come eat with us. Right? Yeah. Or you may not be able to afford all the Christmas presents, or here's a couple of toys I can get. That's where we as Christians come in and kind of step in and help kind of minimize that and help that person out.
So kind of when we talk about generosity being gratitude and action, again, going back to something that I said earlier, how people sometimes are reluctant to give because they feel, what is this taking away from me? What is it taking away from them? But when we talk about generosity being gratitude and action, you can't think of your giving as a loss. Your giving is not a loss. Your giving is actually a seed that you are sowing. It is actually since we are an empowerment ministry, economic empowerment ministry, your generosity and your giving is actually an investment. It's you making an investment. Every act of giving releases something greater. There is an ROI, return on investment.
That's good.
When it comes to giving, right? Now, you don't give with the mindset, "Ooh, let me give so I can get something." Right?
A lot of times, there's a lot of people do that.
Yeah. Because you just know you never know how God will return on your investment, right? It's not that, if I give money, I'm gonna get money. If I give a car, I'll get a car. If I give a house, I'll get a house. It's not how it works, right? It's like all those years that Robin gave to me, a place to stay, a car to drive. Who knows how God is going to bless her or has already blessed her, right? But we know that he has, he does, and he will, right? So that's when this cycle of giving and receiving becomes so exciting.
Yeah.
It's more exciting than investing in the stock market. Because when we invest in the stock market, our intention is to put in some money and get more money out. When we invest in real estate, our intent is to buy a house, have it appreciate in value, and get more money out. But when it comes to God, come on, somebody. When it comes to God, he understands a different type of accounting.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's not just accounting for your money, your dollar bills. That's irrelevant to him. Right? He's accounting for your heart.
Your heart.
Right?
That's it.
And whatever giving you invest from your heart, right? He knows how to return that exponentially. Again, good measure, pressed down, shaken together. How about this? What if one of the main things God returns to you as a return on your investment is forgiveness? Think about all the things that you've done wrong in your life, but God wiped your slate clean, right? You still have access to heaven because God forgave you from some stupid stuff that you've done. Why? Because you've invested your heart in generosity. You planted those seeds. You messed up, yep. But God returned the investment in the fact that he throws your sins into the sea of forgetfulness, never to be remembered anymore. And we don't know how to quantify that, right? Because you can't count that. You can't stack those chips up because we mess up daily.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Daily.
Stop preaching, Robert. This is an economic empowerment ministry. I'm just messing with y'all.
But I really like what that says, is that every act of giving releases something greater. What if your giving opened the door to the business you're trying to start? What if your giving opened the door to the book deal you waiting on? What if the giving opened the door to who knows? Who knows? Right?
You remember the story in Matthew, I think it's Matthew chapter 24, one of my favorite stories, when the landlord went away and he gave the talents to his three servants. And when, just to make a long story short, when he came back, he took account for each one of them. And the two that actually worked their money and doubled it, he said, he blessed them, thy good and faithful servant. He who is faithful over a few things will be ruler over much. And the one who buried his, he said, thou slothful servant. And he kind of banished him, right? Well, the same principle is in play when it comes to generosity, right? From an economic standpoint, he was expecting them to do something with his money, to multiply his money while he was gone. But what happens with the generosity is it's the same concept. When you give, watch this. Oh, that's the part I was trying to say. What he did with them, not only did he say that good and faithful servant, what he also did was the one who didn't do anything with his, he actually took the one that he had and gave it to the one who had 5, who had multiplied his into 10. The reason I bring that point up is because the same concept applies when it comes to generosity and giving. Because when God sees that you are a giver, he gives you more seed to give, right? So he recognizes who he can give to because he knows that you are going to give it, right? And so the Bible says that God gives seed to the sower, right? So why would he give seed to someone who's not even going to plant? Just the same as that story in Matthew. Why would I give my money to this servant who's only going to bury it, who's only going to put it in a savings account? He's not going to invest it. He's not going to try to multiply it. He's just going to sit on it and give it back to me. Well, why would I give a seed to you if you're never going to pick up a hoe, a rake, a shovel? You're not going to plant the
water it.
Yeah, you're just going to hold the seed in your hand with a closed, tight fist. No, he doesn't give seed to those people. He gives seed to those who are sowers, right? Not hoarders. I'm sorry.
You're just collecting.
I'm sorry. If you got a storage full of stuff, you're probably not the person that God's going to give more stuff to, right? You got to give that stuff away.
Yeah.
Give my heart away. Oh, that's right. Yeah, give myself. Anyway, so mighty knows. I wasn't supposed to be talking today, y'all. I was so tired.
You're the one that took a nap. Why are you tired?
I'm just tired.
Oh my God. And they had the day off.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
What's next?
The connection with gratitude, generosity. Oh my God. Gratitude. Oh, I love this. It says gratitude fuels faith. Faith fuels generosity. Generosity fuels growth.
Let me see if I can grasp that. Gratitude fuels faith. Faith fuels generosity. Generosity fuels growth. Okay. The more grateful you are, the more you notice opportunities to bless others. I'm trying to understand that, trying to figure that out. How does gratitude fuel faith?
So
hold on. Maybe somebody out there online can help me.
Okay.
There's a statement that we're reading that says gratitude fuels faith. That's the beginning of it. And I'm lost. How does gratitude fuel faith? Maybe God can speak to somebody out there. If you can just type it, help me, please. Type it in the chat. Tell me how gratitude, how can gratitude fuel faith? While they doing that, what did you wanted to say something? I'm at a loss. I'm serious. Y'all got to help me. What do you think?
Well, I think gratitude. So you appreciate what you have. Again, we talked about it. It can be the small things,
it just
right?
came to me. Yep. You got it. Go for it.
So the more that we appreciate what we have, the more we appreciate the lessons, the more we appreciate, I may have only this, but I know God is going to increase. I know God is going to give me more because is there a song or something that's like, if he doesn't do anything else, I'm grateful. I'm satisfied. I'm good with what I have, where I am right now. But you say, okay, you talked about people thinking if they give their money is at a loss, right? If I give away my money to this person or over here, I don't have nothing. But if you give it and you say, I know God is going to replenish because I did it out of my heart. That's how gratitude fuels faith.
Okay. And Robin said, gratitude being thankful for the things you see and don't see in advance. I like that too. Here's what came to me while you were talking. How gratitude fuels faith. So just like when I started reminiscing on how Robin helped me at different critical points in my life, and being thankful and grateful for for, let me put it like this, God putting her in a position and in place to be able to do that, right? It fuels my faith because I know that in spite of, based on that history, based on the things that I'm thanking him for right now, what he's done in the past, that I know he's never going to let me fail. He's never going to let me fall. When things seem like they're going south, because I remember how he helped me before. It gives me faith to know that he's always there and he'll help me again, right? And so because of that faith, I can still be generous, knowing that God is never going to let me fall. He's never going to let me fail. Yeah, will it be some hard times, some ups and some downs? Absolutely, right? But it won't stop our generosity because I've got faith that if he did it before, he can do it again. Yep. Come on, somebody, y'all better leave me alone up in here. Tell me something.
Oh my!
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, it says generosity breaks the grip of greed. It opens the door for divine provision. Ooh, we gotta say something about greed. Because you've got people with a lot of resources, a lot of money, a lot of things, and are reluctant or refuse to give because their whole mindset is about accumulation. Do you know that when we leave this world, we can't take none of this stuff with us? Not one single dime, not one thing. I'm looking at this office that we're in, and I see all kind of stuff that we need to run the business, and just stuff on the desks, stuff on the walls. When we die, none of this stuff is going with us. And so you've got people who are just collecting stuff, cars, houses, clothes, jewelry, money, you name it. And it's all about what they can get, what they can build up, the accumulation of it. But that actually blocks your blessing. You know, it's not, I'm not saying that it's bad to have things. It's not bad to have things, but if you have things with the spirit of greed, that's a bad thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In fact, you ought to be a vehicle for things to flow through you. Right? So if you happen to be blessed to the point where you can attract wealth and material things and monetary things, money and stuff like that, you ought to be like electricity, like a conduit. It's not for you to store it up like a battery, but it's for it to flow through you.
That's good.
Okay, so when we think about electricity, it comes through like a transformer or something like that. I'm looking at the power cord that has that adapter on it. Okay, so the energy stays there for a little while, but then it disseminates it. It distributes it to the thing that needs power. So we've got these cords plugged into the laptop. We've got a light that's plugged into the wall, right? And so the electricity is coming from somewhere else, and it flows through so that the light can come on. The computer can come on. We ought to be that thing that the electricity flows through, right? Because guess what? If it just keeps coming into you and keeps building up and building up and building up with no outlet, eventually you're going to explode. That's not going to be good.
That's good. It says what flows through you grows in you.
Oh my goodness. Don't know what flows through you grows in you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So where we at?
We are coming to the end.
Coming to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Closing encouragement.
No, we're not there yet.
Oh, wait. Practical ways to
Yeah.
live generously. And I touched brief on this because this is what, I'm saying. It's not all about money, but it's your time. And time can be volunteering or mentoring someone in need. Your talent, use your skills to serve others in your community or your church. Treasure, support ministries, nonprofits, or families in transition. Testimony. Now, this one I would have never thought.
Yeah. And you know,
testimony, share your story.
Exactly. So we talked about those first three, but we actually did that last one. Yeah. That fourth one, testimony. We've been sharing, and that was definitely unscripted.
It was unscripted.
We hadn't even talked about this, but for those of you who may have joined late, we started off sharing our testimonies about how different people in our life, our sisters that we have in common, have helped us at different points in our life. That's our testimony. And we got to share that too and be generous with it, right? Yeah. So we are on Facebook Live. Who knows who's watching? Right. Who knows who will see the recording? Sharing our testimonies about how our sisters helped us when we were going through hard times, when we were going through trials and tribulations.
I was just
wait a minute before you go there. And so my challenge to everyone out there watching is not only share your time, your talent, your treasure, but also share your testimony. That's being generous. And the more you share your testimony, God is going to bless you for that. Because that's giving, right? That's you're giving of yourself when you're transparent enough to tell people about where you were versus where you are. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I just like a couple of days ago, I was just, again, when I'm in my car, things come to me. Holy Spirit just downloads into me. And it showed me that not only family, my sister, brother-in-law, but I had a couple of girlfriends that I worked with that helped me during my time of need, and they never complained. They never said, hey, I can't help you anymore because you didn't give anything back to me. They never expected that. And I guarantee you that they are blessed because of that, because of their generosity.
Right.
And their heart of giving.
Yeah.
I have to thank them publicly.
Yeah, you got me thinking of some other people too. Michael Reynolds, one of my friends, one of my childhood friends. He lives here in Metro Atlanta too. But he helped me when I was down here. He gave me a job when I was in seminary full time and didn't have any income. He and his wife had started a cleaning service, and it wasn't much, but we would go out at 4:00 in the morning cleaning office buildings and warehouses and stuff like that, and I thank God for Michael Reynolds being in that position at that time, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have had no money. You know what I'm saying? It's the little things. Yeah. It's the little things that get you to the next point.
Yep.
And so just sharing those testimonies. I want to say this before we get ready to close, because this last one we've already done. Real life reflections. That's what we've been doing.
We've been doing the whole
right?
This whole time. Yeah.
So we just want to close with encouragement, right? We want everybody, not only in the month of November, right?
Always.
Yeah, but let this month be a reminder of how we should be all year round, all our life, every day of our life. We should live every day with gratitude, and we should actually seek out pursue opportunities to be generous. You know, it's like looking for the next best investment, right? You're going to look for that investment. Look for opportunities to give, whether it be through your time, your talent, your treasure, or your testimony. All four. Look for opportunities to give, to be generous, and do it from the heart, expecting nothing in return, and see how God will continue to bless you over and over and over. He will cause your cup to overflow so that other people can be blessed by what runs over into the saucer. I'm trying to tell you what I know. Yeah. Right. And so that's what we want to reflect on this month of November. Gratitude and generosity.
Yep. Always said that I want to be wealthy so I can help others. That's what I want to be wealthy for. You know, again, you said we can't take any of this with us when it's time for us to go. So why not do something purposeful?
And Proverbs chapter 11, verse 25 speaks to that very statement. It says, a generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. I mean, that's the bottom line. You know, we talk about building generational wealth, you know, a lot on this broadcast. And that's one of the principles of the Abundant Way Ministries is one of, you know, we want to not only build generational wealth for ourselves, but we want to help others build generational wealth for themselves and their families, right? But the whole purpose, though, is not just so that you can have wealth. It's so that you can be a blessing to others. All right?
Yep. I love the closing thought.
Go ahead.
I love the closing thought. When gratitude fills your heart, generosity flows from your hands, and abundance follows your life.
There you go.
Boom.
Boom.
Drop the mic. Okay, drop the pen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for tonight. Any other closing statements?
No. Listen, get the turkeys and stuff ready. Get your groceries together. But in the midst of that, if you could just bless one family, if you can bless one family, y'all see what's happening here, what has happened here, this government shutdown, the SNAP benefits. It's a crazy time, and it's the bad time because we're in the holiday season, and everybody's not gonna have. But if you can just bless them with something, be a blessing to one family, somebody you know. Ask somebody what you need. Just ask, and I'm telling you, you will be rewarded.
Even if you don't have a dime in your pocket, because what they need may not even be money.
Nope.
So search out that opportunity to be a blessing to somebody.
Yeah.
If it's something that you don't have, you don't have it.
You don't have it.
But if it's something that you can give, you might be surprised. It may not be money at all.
It can be something small.
Yeah. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and family, we want to thank you guys for joining. Once again, we look forward to seeing you back next week, same time, same station. Until we meet again, we love you and good night.
Good night.